Welcome to the stage, Mr. Christopher Calogero! Hey, okay! Oh boy! Cool, thank you guys for coming, this is great. Can't wait to get out here and go charge my phone. Oh boy! That's all I care about doing anymore. Gotta have it. They put the battery percentage on there. Why did they do that? The percentage for what I was getting along fine without that anxiety attack every day. You make it count down. Cause now it's the worst thing. It's like, when you're losing percentages, I wonder if I got enough. I'm like, 10% is gone? What did I do? Did I get 10% worth at it? 30% is gone. I'm a good person. This is ridiculous. Every now and again, it just drops from like 70 to 40. You ever have that happen? And you're like, how many lies do you have in you? They put 1% on there. Fuck you. They make a 1%. It should not go to 1. That's just Apple being like, let's see him scramble. Let's see him scramble. Oh, you're going to try to order delivery? Yeah, good luck, buddy. It's hot in here. Sorry, it's very hot in here, but I'm glad that I feel like it equalizes me and everybody else, because this is my level of sweat every day. Just walking around like this is me at normal. So the human body is disgusting, isn't it? The human body is so... You get like 2 good hours out of this thing on a good day. On a good day, you get 2 hours out of it. Where it's like, pretty good. And then after that, you're like, I gotta take this, gotta hose this thing down. Put it away wet. It's so disgusting. The human body is so gross that you can touch one part of your body and then another part of your body and make yourself sick from yourself. It's so disgusting. That's how gross you are. That's how disgusting you are. Just go around the corner for a peek, and now I gotta take these drops. Just wanted to see what's going on. Can't touch your butthole in your eye, that's what I'm saying. You want to, I get it. Come home from a long day. How'd you get sick? Nah, I got too much me on me. The wrong me on me. So disgusting, right? The upkeep on the human body is ridiculous. You brush your teeth at night, go to bed, you wake up, you're like, what, I gotta brush these again? I just did this. Yeah, what did I do? Hey, you kept your mouth closed too long. That's it. That is it. Gross. Just gross body. Gross. Do you know that your eyes are the same size from when you're born to forever? You gotta grow into your eyes. That's like what a creature does. Grew into its eyes. Your ears never stop growing though. Fuck this. They never stop growing. Got oils on your finger. You got oily, gross hands. You ever just hold a magazine too long and ruin it? How does a magazine get ruined? Oh, it was just me, just my gross little hands. I ruined Ryan Gosling's pretty face. Gross, disgusting hands. I know, I'm very sweaty. I sweat. My favorite place to sweat is dancing. I love dancing. I get after it. Sweaty wedding dancing is my favorite genre. Right? Yeah, fucking wedding dancing, because there's no standard at all I don't have a lot of talent, but I got a lot of heart, That's what matters out there. You know what impresses people at a wedding? 3 white guys jump in a line to Sum 41. Oh. You guys know how to dance. That's what is impressive at a wedding. I was at a wedding once, and 2 actual, trained, sinewy-bodied fucking dancers got on the floor. They knew what they were doing, and it was just not. We were like, get out of here! This is our time! We own this floor now. I danced so hard at that wedding that I put a salt mark in my suit pants. The white sweat It was like a chalk outline of my joy. I don't know what happened, but it happened right there. Like, that's what pitchers leave in their hat when they throw a perfect game in the middle of July. This guy, athletic achievement, what'd you do? That's too much ludicrous. Too much ludicrous. I danced so hard at that wedding that a man came up to me afterward and was like, a total stranger, older gentleman, was like, he's like, I just want to let you know that I have never had as much fun in my life, in this life, as I saw you having on that dance floor tonight. This is an older gentleman. I dance so hard I make people realize they made mistakes in life. Just dance and regrets that. Give me your old man regrets and collect them. A mason jar. I know, guys don't like when you dance, like, bros don't like when you, like, dance. Like, if you go to a bar and you dance, like, bros don't like it, you know? Have you ever done, like, I'll go to a bar and just, like, dance and, like, just, like, fucking, like, bros, or, like frat guys, and those are just, like, looking at me like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? They're just like, they're like, I don't know, I think they're just like, why are you moving so much? You gotta save that up for fucking, don't you know you gotta save that up for fucking? Look at this guy's giving away all his juice, he doesn't know what he's doing. I should stand like this, and then I have all my fucking left inside of me. I hate guys that can't enjoy fun things like that. I hate that shit. Like, I can't have an appletini. Why can I have that? I hate that thing where it's like, that's a bitch drink, bro. It's a bitch drink. You can't. It's delicious. It's delightful. I order delight, comes to me in a funny glass. It's amazing. The apple is so good the apple is like a perfect food, and the only thing that could make it better is alcohol. And we have the technology. It's at Houlihan's. Like, we have it. It's weaponized. So stupid. I feel bad for guys like that. I feel like they can't, like, enjoy their lives, you know? Like, I want to help them. I want to open a bar that's, like, just for them, and it's just like the drinks will be called, because I get it, all right? There's an eenie at the end of it, fine. Eenie? I don't want it. I get it. I want to call the drinks things that they're comfortable ordering, you know? Just call everything, like, titty suckers and pussy fuckers. Is that, are you happy? Yeah, pussy fucker, raspberry. It's great. Love it. What'd you get, a money shot? Mango! Can't go wrong with mango. It's a delight. They're the same guys who, like, they're sort of the same guys who say music is dead. Like, you know, like, I'm 33 and a lot of my friends are like, oh, music sucks. Fucking music today sucks. There's no good music. And I understand what they're saying. I get it. Like, you know, I know what they're saying. That's always been the way. New music has always sucked for somebody. Like, the newest thing that came out is not what the person who used to like other music likes, you know? I'm sure even going back to the first men who were alive, and they were just banging stones together, right? And they were just like, oh, listen to the way Seth bangs those stones together. He's the best stone banger in the whole, just gets me, you know? Just gets, he's banging about our world. Listen, he's banging about our world. Listen to that? And then, like, one other guy started banging sticks together, and they're like, what the fuck is that stick shits? That don't sound like stones. How are you gonna dance with sticks? Not in my cave, I'll tell you that much. And their grandparents were like, back in our day, we banged together the skulls of the enemies that we killed. And that's what I met your mother. Shut up, Grandpa. Nobody likes banging skulls together. But there's that one kid who does like banging skulls together. It's just that weird kid who likes old stuff. Remember that kid? You remember that kid from high school? Just like, stop wearing a suit to high school, Gerald, you maniac. Stop running up so fast. Stop it. I like music nowadays. I like today's music. I don't like Three Makers Marks Deep. Katy Perry's Firework comes on. How high do my hands in the air? Let me know. Saturday night music with instructions comes on. Oh shit, yeah. I love when music with instructions, because you get so drunk and somebody's like, shake it. You're like, all right, I'm shaking it. What do I gotta do next? Hands in the air. Well, fucking, thank you for leading me to joy. I didn't know how to get there. I like today's music. The one thing that I feel bad about is that like today's music gets to be straightforward and explicit in the way that old music didn't, and I just mean that they get to say the one-to-one thing that they want, right? Music now, like especially hip hop, they can just be like, "Hey, we're in a club, and you're a club. Oh, fuck you. I want to fuck you." That's it, right? And it's just like there's a snare. This is a song, okay? And like back in the day, like 60 years ago, they wanted to fuck just as much as anybody. Those guys wanted to have sex. They wanted to write about having sex. That's all they wanted to do. But they weren't allowed to just write it the way that you can write it today. So they had to code it and sound like weirdos. They had to be like, "Everybody do the mess around." What's the mess around? Yeah, it's fucking. It's just the 50s. The rules. There's just rules. They were like that. Like that. Those guys were gross. You know, they were gross. You fucking know they were gross. Those songs, and they also. I think it's worse because they have songs that sound melodic, but you don't realize that they're saying horrible things. Like "Help Me, Rhonda." Have you heard that song recently? That's a really shitty. He's a bad person in that song. Because he like broke up and then he's like, "Help me, Rhonda. Help me get her out of my heart." He's just basically going, "Hey, Rhonda! Fuck me, Rhonda! Say it! Come on! Stop being selfish, Rhonda! Come on! I told you about the other one and now I want this one now!" It's a great melody. So you're like, you don't realize that. You gotta help, somebody's gotta help Rhonda in that song. Somebody needs to help Rhonda. I like sports. I like sports movies. I watched the movie Rocky recently again. I love the movie Rocky. I like it now as an adult more than I did as a kid. Because as a kid, I didn't know why Rocky didn't win at the end. Because as a kid, you just condition it like your hero's always going to win. And I didn't realize like why this was a good movie and Rocky doesn't win at the end. But now as an adult, I'm really happy that there's like a critically acclaimed movie that won awards about a guy just trying real hard. That really hits me in a good spot, you know? Like America was like, this best picture. We're all trying our best, okay? Like, it's a respected movie about a guy who's like, did what I could. Out here. Like no illusions in that movie. It's great. But yeah, I like sports. I don't watch sports the way that I used to watch sports. Like I don't care as much as I used to like care. You know, like I used to like really care, and now I just like, you know, is everybody having fun? Nobody got hurt. I'm just like the worst little league dad now. I'm like the dad who'd be in the newspaper like getting punched by like another dad because I'm like, I'll pay for trophies out of pocket. Life's not gonna get any easier, okay? We finished last, yeah, they get some gold and some fruit cups. It's not gonna get better, okay? As I am, I can't commit to sports the energy that I used to commit. I'm just like I'm really like nice. I want everybody to get along. I'm the worst guy to go to a sporting event with now. Because I'll just like root for the other team, you know? Not like root for them, but just to realize that there's other humans playing. You know? And I'll be like, nice save, and I'll be like, that guy's on the other team, and I'll be like, he's just wearing a different blouse. New patterns this year, did you see them? I like the new patterns. They're great. Because people are so mean to athletes. Like they're so, like the way that we talk about them, and I get some of them like deserve it, some of them are assholes, but like the way that we talk about them in general is bonkers. It's like crazy. There's a critique of athletes that they're injury prone. Like that's be like, I don't like that guy. He sucks. He's injury prone. I don't like that fellow human of mine. You know, because he's got shitty bones. I hate his bones. See that guy's bones? Walking around with shitball tendons like that. Who do you think you are? A fellow human deserving of respect? It's great, like injury prone. How do you get injured? 300-pound other guy legally assaulted him. Yeah, there's a couple places in America where assault's legal, and we watch it over and over again. Great. Yeah, you would never talk about a friend like that. Like, you would never talk about another person you know. Like, hey, did you invite Kevin to the party? Nah, he just broke his hand. I'm not really into him anymore. But last last season he got hit by a car. It's like, come on, Kevin. You got one job. Jesus. Guys are so mean. Guys will sit at a bar, watch a guy, that guy's got no heart, that guy doesn't care, that guy doesn't want it, he's got no heart. I'm like, that guy just did a backflip as a celebration. That wasn't even part of what he's supposed to be doing out there. He did the most athletic thing and then followed it up with the other most athletic thing I've ever seen. He doesn't want it. Yeah, he probably doesn't want it. You know, he's been practicing the sport since he was 12 over and over and over again until it didn't become fun for him anymore. It just became a job, and he had a 1% of a 1% chance to get in college, and then a 1% of a 1% of a 1% chance to get in the pros. He's played a long, long career. Yeah, he doesn't want it. You know how good you have to be the worst player in the NBA? You have to be so good. I can't even fathom how good you have to be. Like if we all like went out and played pickup basketball and we saw the worst player in the NBA, we'd be like, you're real good. You should play pro. And he's like, yeah, no, I did. I played 14 years and scored 1 point a game. That's pretty tough. I know. Nobody acts like the way they act at like a pro sports game. Like, we're so mean, like people act, it's the only social situation where you can just actively root for a man to lose his job. It's just like, you'll get fire the coach, fire him, make him lose his job in a security net, and his kids have to move across the country again, he has to pick up another mortgage, and his wife is sick of it, and fire that guy! You wouldn't go to work, like, I wouldn't go to my day job and be like, hey, everybody, fire Joe! Fire Joe! He doesn't know how to work the Keurig machine, it's one button, how does he know how to do? Everybody, listen to my podcast. It's about firing Joe. I still like competition and stuff though. Like I watch Chopped. I watch the show Chopped. I love that. This food competition. If you guys don't know the show Chopped, it's like it's great. I just don't know. Do we have too much food in America? And we're making games out of it? What do we do with all this? Feed people? No. Let's make some sad people make some brisket. How about that? It's nuts though. I love that show though. But the show's bonkers. Like, if you don't know, you get like a basket of random ingredients. It can be anything, and then you have to make a meal out of it. I saw one, the ingredient was lemon meringue pie. I was like, somebody made that. It's done. Fuck, the poor pie maker is just like, all the lemon meringue pies. Like, yeah, cool, thanks. What are you gonna do with them? Yeah, we're gonna smash them up, put them in another thing. Great though, thank you. Break them up. Just people like jamming their hands in there, throwing them in. It's just so, it bums me out. Like, I saw one, and I get this. A guy dropped like a pork belly, and he dropped it on the ground, and I get, like, the judges were like, you can't serve that to us. They're like indignant, and I understand that. I understand why you can't do that, but there's also like, you're watching it, and you're just like, yeah, I'll take that. Just give it a good sear. Just sear it. A 5-second sear? Yeah, I'll take that. There's people all over the world who are like, yeah, I've eaten food that I dropped on the floor the night before. Yeah, my door's closed, I can pick that up. But at least Chopped is an actual, like, food cooking show. It really bums me out when they use food for just like a show that has nothing to do with food. Like, there's a show Wipeout on ABC, and it's just like people bonking into things. That's pretty much the whole show. But they do obstacles and everything's like inflatable, and they have to jump over or whatever. And one of the obstacles was just like, hey, you got, and then you slide into creamed corn. What? What are you gonna do with? You slide it? What are you gonna do with that corn? Sell it to the one guy in America who's like, I like my cream corn after a man's been in it. The only way I'll eat cream corn. It's been used for competition. Such a bummer. They sell food where they shouldn't sell food, you know? Dunkin' Donuts has tuna fish. Come on. You can't do that. And they ruin it too. Dunkin' Donuts ruins like sandwiches. They ruin the croissant because they call it a croissandwich. Fuck, how do you ruin a croissant? Is a perfect, beautiful, amazing thing, and you like the word croissant doesn't even end. It just turns into a dream. It's like croissant. Croissant. You don't. It doesn't end. And like, man, it's a croissandwich. We got tuna fish on it now. It's just like amazing to them to be like, we conquered donuts, we conquered coffee. What's next? Fish? Yep, that's probably the next thing you want to do. I want to do some fish. I did a sad thing with food recently though. I ordered nachos for delivery. Yeah, it's the word. Like you can't order nachos. You want to, but you can't do it. It's horrible. It's so sad. Yeah, because like when you order, like first of all, like. And it was just for me, too. I called it, you ever just order something that's not dinner and you're like, it's dinner time, no. It was sad, man. It was just like, because at least like when you get nachos in a restaurant, like it's for the group, right? Like nobody owns the nachos. Like the group has adopted the nachos. Like, what do you want on your nachos? What do you want on your nachos? What do we want on our nachos? When you get them alone, you're like, I guess I'll hit fucking guacamole to hit the delivery minimum, I don't give a shit. Special instructions? Yeah, throw them through the window, don't make eye contact. They don't come on a hot plate either. Like in a restaurant, you get a hot plate, Karen comes out, she's like, plate's hot, you're like, thanks Karen, I know, but thank you very much. When you get them delivered, have you got nachos? They come in tinfoil with the top where it's been raining on them for like 25 minutes. You get nachos for delivery, they've been through some shits. And they also like, it's sad because like they're a thing you don't need utensils for. Like you just use food to eat food and then food gone. Right? You're just like, I'm gonna pile this food on the food and the food, scoop the food and then I'm done. I didn't leave my room. Sad, man. No, there's nobody to fight with over the clump. You know, the nacho clump, you know, the fucking big clump you push out. But it gets real high because you want everybody to see it. Who's gonna get it? I'm gonna eat the whole thing. No, you're not, Joe. Get out of here. You have to figure out who gets it, right? You have to be like, let's split it up, or let's do this, or you earned it because you didn't get a lot of cheese before. You didn't have, you know, like you're like, oh, you get it. You split it up, and you're all happy. When you pull it out at home alone, you're just like, all right. I get it. Every time I get it. You're just like a bored millionaire who like doesn't care about getting new cars anymore. Yes, oh shit, it doesn't fill up this, you know? just gotta take the cheese out of the corner. It's all congealed in the corner, but you want it all. Eating nachos alone, man, it's sad. It reminds me of the sitcom Joey. Remember Joey? Remember how much we wanted Joey alone? We thought like, this is a great group thing, but like, be great if it was just alone, right? And then we got it, we're like, needed the friends. Thought this was a good idea. Wasn't a good idea. Need the group dynamic. Man, I actually just recently stopped being vegetarian. I was vegetarian for 5 years. And I am, I'm sort of glad that I'm not, because I didn't like getting the question of like, why are you vegetarian? Which is a lot, people will always ask like, why are you vegetarian? Why are you vegetarian? I didn't like telling people why I was vegetarian, because it didn't make me feel good about who I was as a person or a man in the world. Because I became vegetarian because this girl I was dating was vegetarian. And I used to do the thing where I just did whatever a girl wanted to do because I didn't want to be alone anymore. You know? You know that thing where you just stop having opinions? Like, what do you want to do? I don't like anything. You go first. Tofu? Chop it up. Grill it up. Put it on a wrap. Keep kissing me in the mouth? Yep. Like, let's put it in everything. Scramble it up. And so I was doing it, and then she broke up with me. She crushed me. This girl destroyed me. She crushed me so hard. There's a point in my comedy notebook where there stops being jokes and there starts to be lyrics. You know, you just write a song. You're like, everybody's got one in them, right? It just has to be that we have one song in our hearts. I wrote a song, it's got a bridge and everything. It's a real piece of shit. And I remained vegetarian after it happened. So she like broke up with me, I remained vegetarian, and so it felt like I was, you know, it was like, why am I still doing this, right? People would like, what? So when people ask why, the only answer that actually felt right in my heart was like, oh, I'm being vegetarian at her. I'm out of spite. I'm just doing it so that I can prove to myself that I'm a man in this world, I make my own decisions, nobody controls me. But how long you carry on a lifestyle choice out of spite? How long am I supposed to keep doing it? Like, I was kind of like hoping that she died first, you know? Not now, just first. It's a big difference. Just have a ribeye at her grave. Go on. You're like, you don't win relationships. I'm like, nah, bro. Meet to a cemetery. You don't tell me what to do. That's what I want to do. You have to admit, though, that we conquer the fuck out of animals, right? Like, we conquer the shit out of animals. And I don't care. I never cared what anybody did with meat when I was vegetarian. Take in the shower. I don't give a shit what you do with it. Do whatever you want. We conquer the fuck out of it. Like, we have lambskin condoms. Is that not the most definitive way to conquer a species? Just go up to it, kill it, skin it, take its baby, skin it, put it on your dick, come in it, throw it in the garbage can. That's some Genghis Khan shit. That's like the best villain in every movie. It's like, right? It's just like, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just gonna hurt everybody you love. Fuck, that's bad. Yeah, a lamb too, right? A fucking beautiful little baby lamb. The only animal that Jesus ever wanted to hold. Right? Even Jesus was like, holy fuck, did you see this thing? Hold on a second. All right, I'm ready, paint me. But I've been dealing with death a lot in the last couple years. 2015, my best friend and roommate passed away and died, and I was very sad, and I was the one who actually discovered her dead in our apartment. I was the one who found her, and it was just the worst way. Or roommates ever told me they don't want to live with me anymore. You guys got Craigslist stories. I got a whole new life. I got one I wasn't planning on. It was sad. It was very sad. I dealt with it in a couple ways. First way that I dealt with it was just walking around the city and just picking out people that I would trade to have my best friend back. Low bar, too. Fucking hurry up on the ATM. Can I trade this guy? That was the first way. And then I cried a lot of surprise. You ever have a surprise cry? Comes out of nowhere? Just like you weren't planning on it. I was sad, but like there's times where I just wasn't planning on, I didn't want to cry, and it was just like, you ever get that? Like, you're like, oh, it's coming! And it's like, you know, it's like a werewolf. You're like, don't see the change! Run away. Started weeping in the handicap stall. It's sad. And it's like, it sucks crying in public because, like, everybody knows you cried. Have you ever tried to, like, go back and just be like, hey, what's up? And like, you just cry or... I don't cry. I just think about fucking. You can't do it. You cry at a party, you go back out there, everybody knows you cry. That's why, like, the shower is the best place to cry, right? Oh, man, sit down, it's great. Like, the tear streaks away. I cried in the shower a lot, and I think that the shower is definitively the best place to cry because, like, and no matter how sad you get, you eventually have to do shower shit. So like you eventually have, I was just like crying on my phone, like, I can't believe it. It's so sad, I miss her so much. Oh, I don't have conditioner? God damn it! Yeah, life intrudes, like those mundane things like intrude in that way. Like it's weird, you feel weird about it too when you have to like do that stuff after you're dealing with grief. Like I was so sad and it had just happened and I got mad at myself for having to take a shit the next day. I was just sitting on the toilet like, look at you. Animal. Friend's dead, you're just up here shitting. Best friend died, you got shit falling out of your stupid ass. You're a monster. I did a lot of rituals, like things that seem silly, but like I texted pictures of food to my best friend's phone after she died. I felt weird about it. My friends took me out, some food. It was a thing we used to do when she was alive. I would just, oh, flip this cheese and just send it to her. And I sent her a couple of those, and I realized like, oh shit, like I only have a little while of time to do this before the world doesn't care. Like they'll just give that number to somebody else, right? And I can't keep doing that like forever and ever until like I get a call like 4 in the morning. I was like, hey, stop it. Campus looks great. I'm raising a kid here, okay? Stop it. You think a lot about the ways you say goodbye to people, like the ways you end conversations, because like it's rare that you're not always like bye, like you don't really, right? It's just like yeah, I'll see you later, whatever. And I thought about that a lot, because like if somebody dies, like I don't know if the last thing I texted them is just gonna be the last thing I texted them, you know? And I'm just like, a person died, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna come in your face, and it was like, ah, shit, we just had a fun thing. What am I gonna do? But you also can't be like the most earnest person ever. You know, you can't like just walk around and somebody's like, hey, I'll see you later. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I just want to let you know that you're a light in this dark world and you're I'm just going to get ice cream, man. I was like, no, I just want to let you know that I'll honor you forever, okay? All right, Chris Calogero, thank you guys.